There's a real hunger for bullpup airguns at the moment, and Umarex has thrown its hat into the ring with the Walther Reign. This German-made offering has a recommended retail price of £799.95, which certainly promises good things, and it's styled in a way that looks both futuristic and functional. The ambidextrous Reign is housed inside a black synthetic stock that feels like it should stand up to some pretty tough use. One feature I really like is the fact that the air tank is housed inside the fore end of the stock, which certainly gives this gun a very distinctive look. The fore end also features an integral rail for quick and easy attachment of accessories. The stock is of a thumb hole design and the cutaway has plenty of room for large hands. The pistol grip has a nice steep rake which makes for a comfortable hold and good trigger attack. Both the pistol grip and fore end feature patches of multi-directional stippling which is very grippy and ensures a secure hold. It's a chunky stock that really fills the hands and I think it's all the better for it. The cheek support is great. Not only does it provide good alignment, it's also nicely rounded which makes it very comfortable to nestle down into. The chunky rubber butt pad at the rear of the stock provides plenty of contact with the shoulder. The Reign is a real lightweight, weighing just 2.5 kilos unscoped. The review gun came supplied with quite a large scope that does look a little bit out of place on a gun that measures just 68.5 centimetres from end to end. However, the extra weight of a hefty scope does help when trying to hold this little gun on aim. Length of pull is just 32 centimetres. I'm over 6 feet tall and have pretty long arms, but I still found it comfortable enough to shoot. Umarex tends to make pretty tidy airguns, and the build quality of this one seems to be up to their usual standard. The barrel has a nice matte black anodised finish and it's threaded to accept a silencer. Now, fitting a silencer is going to compromise the proportions of this very compact airgun just a bit. However, I do think it's probably worth fitting one if you intend to use it for hunting because it does go off with a bit of a crack. Visible engineering that isn't hidden by the Reign's synthetic casing looks to be pretty cleanly finished. The long dovetail scope rail provides plenty of clamping space for scope mounts. Now, some bullpups can tend to feel very slab-sided because their rails are so high. However, these ones are actually quite good. The top of the rail is about 4 centimetres above the centre of the bore. This gun runs a very neat magazine that's 11 shot in 177, 10 in 22 and 9 in .25. The fact that you can slot it in from either side is a really nice touch. This well-designed magazine seems to be very kind on pellets and it's also very easy to load. It pulls out when the side lever is pulled all the way back and then you simply drop each pellet in and then turn on to the next chamber. It even has an arrow to help you ensure that it's pointing the right way. Cocking and loading are taken care of by a side lever mechanism with a great drop-down handle. It's nicely positioned well forwards and its positive back and forth motion manages to feel slick and robust at the same time. It's a nice piece of engineering that provides quick follow-up shots in the field and rapid fire plinking on the range. Umarex states that the Reign is regulated, though I don't know what mechanism it actually runs. Consistency is pretty good though, and variation was about 15 feet per second over the first 40 shots of the fill. Muzzle energy is around 11.5 foot-pounds, and the 177 caliber test gun returned about 130 shots from a full 230 bar fill. And you can expect about 180 shots per fill in 2.2. Air pressure is displayed on a clear and well-positioned gauge on the side of the stock, and filling is via the port that's next to that gauge. Simply pull out the plug that keeps dirt and moisture at bay and push in the supplied probe. Triggers on bullpup airguns aren't always great, but the 2-stage unit on the Reign is actually quite good. The only real snag is that you have to remove the gun from its casing to adjust it. Thankfully, The one on the test gun was set up pretty well straight from the box. The first stage has a fair amount of travel, but it comes to a distinct stop before the second stage brakes surprisingly crisply for a bullpup. There's a manual safety catch positioned just above the trigger, far enough away not to concern me, but close enough to operate easily. It's a cross-bolt mechanism and it's safe when it's pushed across from the left. You then push it back across from the right using your trigger finger if you're right-handed when you're ready to take the shot. So that's the features that have been crammed into the stubby frame of the Walther Reign bullpup. Let's get on with the usual target test and we'll see how accurate it is. Well, that's not a bad group. So that's 5 shots at 30 metres, got a bit of a breeze, but still got to have fallen within about 10 millimetres from centre to centre. One thing I will say is that it's quite a pellet fussy gun. I've settled on Daystate Rangemaster Sovereigns in the heavy version, and it's grouping very well with them. Certainly well enough to confidently tackle live quarry, though as I said earlier, you'd probably want to fit a silencer just to give the stealth a bit of a boost. So, that's the Walther Reign from Umarex, a neatly styled bullpup that boasts a great magazine-fed side lever action and crams a heck of a lot of features into a tiny package. It may be small, but it's also very tough, and I can certainly see it appealing to hunters who want a light and compact airgun that can cut it in the field.
Look out for the new and improved Airgun Shooter magazine, packed full of technique, gear and insight from some of the best shooters in the industry. Brand new look and free video content. Pick up your copy today in stores or online.